Sean's View Entertainment on YouTube.com. Make sure to like this video and subscribe. I just listened to something I wish I hadn't. And one of the most repulsive and sick 911 calls I have ever heard, where the 911 operator seemed inconvenienced. Are you freaking kidding? We're talking about a man's life. A man's health was in jeopardy, and unfortunately, Dusty Rhodes succumbed to his injuries, his fall, dehydration. He was dealing with a number of things. But I'll tell you what, this guy right here, this 911 operator, I don't know, listen, people can say, well, he was having a bad day, or, you know, they caught him at a bad time. No. When you're a 911 operator, you know, I'll give him something. He seemed like he was on top of his things, but the way he was talking and the way something didn't seem right about this call, and this guy absolutely, in my opinion, needs to be fired, or he needs to have a job evaluation or a job performance review, because the way that he handled the call, the way that the call was dictated. I mean, does this guy realize who we're dealing with? The American dream, Dusty Rhodes. I mean, it's already tragic and sad enough that Dusty Rhodes died. I mean, I'm still in shock. I mean, I've cried multiple times, and I'm not afraid to admit I've cried. I cried during the tribute. I cried during the WWE Network special. I cried during the video they did on Monday Night Raw, Money in the Bank. I mean, even Renee Young at Money in the Bank couldn't contain her tears. But this might be just as sad listening to this 911 guy. This is absolute insanity. If this guy doesn't get reprimanded, if this guy doesn't get fired or at least suspended, this is a horrible display. This boggles my mind. I'm actually shaking my head at this right now. I cannot believe that we have someone like that, as incompetent as that, working with the 911 operator. I mean, here's a guy in Dusty Rhodes who is one of the all-time greats, one of the legendary figures of professional wrestling. His wife's on the call in a 911, and this is the kind of response, this is the kind of reaction she gets from the 911 operator. In my opinion, absolutely repulsive. I cannot believe this. Horrible.